Ready? There we go. All right, it is 6:06 p.m. I want to say welcome, everybody, to tonight's professional networking meeting of Collaborating Connections on Zoom. It is so nice to see your smiling faces. My name is Dawn Evans-asey, and I'm the leader of the group. Collaborating Connections has been around for more than 5 years. We are part of the TTR networking umbrella, and TTR networking has been around for well over 11 years already. We used to meet in person, but since COVID, we have been meeting via Zoom, which is super awesome because we have the opportunity to connect with wonderful professionals across the United States and around the world through this virtual format. We have engaged with professionals from Canada and the UK and the Netherlands, and we are always looking to expand. So to our listening audience, beyond those on the call right now, we want you to know that we would love to meet you. So no matter what time of the day it is in your part of the world, feel free to reach out to us. Let us know what industry you're in. And if you are available, we would love to invite you to be a part of this call. All righty. Okay, no problem, Robert. Let's see, I want a little bit about TTR networking, or the way that we manage our Tuesday night calls. I want to give an opportunity to acknowledge any new and wonderful happenings within the group. And some of us we haven't seen in a little while. So does anybody have anything new and wonderful that they'd like to share that all of us could celebrate? Look at Jennifer waving her arms. Yes, Jennifer. Yes.
Calling me. Okay. I just, it's kind of funny actually. No, actually it's a Christmas time here. Well, it's Christmas time. So whether you believe it or not, the holidays are here. So last weekend I was at the Christmas gift and hobby show, sharing my music with a number of people, which was really cool. But the Caramel Kindle Market, I think that's how it is, but it's a long, anyway. The guy that does the entertainment for that was performed right after I did. And I do not sit still when I know they're connected. So anyway, did my thing, and now I'm booked for 4 times over the next few weeks at the Caramel Christmas, whatever thing it is. Awesome. So it is actually cool. And I will tell you something else. They actually pay us, which is really cool. So it's always nice to be paid for what you love to do. In this time of year, it's one of those things, honestly. It's just, you're very busy. And I guess I've been thinking of music for a while here, even though anyway, so I'm in the back of my mind, I'm thinking everybody is already booked for all this, but they're not. So that is, it happens downtown. Well, no, it's like by the Palladium or whatever, but it's a very long event. It's probably, I don't know, 6 weeks or something that they run this thing. So anyway, very excited to be part of the entertainment that will be down there. So first one is this Sunday. So I'm very excited because, that is one of those things that I don't believe there's coincidences. Mm-hmm. You still have to get in there and make things happen. And so I don't think you can sit back and say, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You still have to get involved. But I mean, when I realized that this guy was connected, he was not going to know, that I wanted to perform, but he had just heard me sing. So it was kind of like, what am I doing? Of course, I'm going to say something to him. So anyway, I'm very excited about that. There you go. So
super awesome. Cool.
Thank you.
If you have dates and times if that you want to share, we can certainly post that on the Collaborating Connections page. So, and then
Well, the first one is this Sunday, so it's very exciting from 4 to 4. And the Colts game should be almost over, hopefully by then. I don't know if it'll be over, but anyway, yes, I will. Actually, I need to put it on ours. Nicole was she was kind of mad at me that I hadn't shared the Christmas gift and hobby show stuff because I just ran out of time. I mean, things have been coming up too fast. And so, but I'm not complaining, but I will try to get it out there and then share it on the Collaborating Connection. So, okay.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else got anything new and wonderful they'd like to share? Okay, great. I know also there is an event coming up in a couple of weeks, or maybe it's into mid-December. That is a TTR Networking Presents. Jennifer, do you want to just take a moment to share about that briefly?
Yeah, and actually, thank you for bringing that up. Honestly, this last couple of months have just been a whirlwind. And so for our November and December TTR Presents, we're doing on December the 14th at 4 p.m. Eastern on Zoom, and it is on our website, and we've been posting it all over. It's I think we're actually it's a message of hope, and it's we did it last year. I'm going to find the actual title of it because we did it last year. It's we have a member of our own group or of our TTR networking, Christy Rose Fulmer, who is a retired female boxer. She was a world champion boxer, and she's like early 40s and already retired, but she had a very prosperous career. But one of the reasons that she started boxing was because she was very angry at her dad and dad and brother both committed suicide, and she was extremely angry. And she then took her anger after dealing with this horrible stuff. And she'll tell more about it. But it was her mother suggested, because she was just lashing out in a lot of angry ways, that she take up boxing. So she went into the ring and did that. And she is, like I said, she's a world champion. And she's actually been recently this summer, she was inducted to the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. And then she took her boxing skills over to the Indiana Parkinson Foundation, and they founded Rock Steady, which, if anybody's heard of Rock Steady, it's international now. I mean, it's a big deal. And Christy was part of that, creating that, and she'll share more about that. But last year we had Sherry Hammersmith, who's my daughter's mother-in-law, who started the One Step at a Time because her oldest son committed suicide. My son-in-law is their younger son, and their older son committed suicide. And Sherry was just extremely angry and hurt and trying to figure out how to deal with this. And she founded the One Step at a Time. So these two ladies are going to talk on December the 14th and answer questions and all of the stuff that goes along. But it's a message of hope and turning adversity into opportunity with Sherry Hammersmith and Christy Rose Fulmer. And I think, Dawn, you were on that last year. I think maybe Brynn was on.
It was a very informative and insightful presentation. to give us a view into, you know, the emotions and the struggle of dealing with uh, challenges like suicide in the family, and
Yeah.
you know, getting through the holidays when you've got that kind of stuff wearing on your heart. So
Yeah.
in order to identify, you know,
Yeah.
others who are having those struggles and be able to help them, comfort them, support them. It was a really good presentation, and I recommend if you
Thank
have availability to register for that
you. It's
TTR
free.
conference this year. Yeah.
It's free, and it's just I had heard, I knew the story kind of, but I didn't know Sherry's whole story until I was fortunate to get a ticket to go to one of her presentations, and it was a lunch thing last year, but that she did for like the Lions Club or something, and I just was like, oh my gosh, this. They found a diary after he died, after he was gone, and they started to realize that he had all kinds of things going on, and he was a perfectionist. He got straight A's, and he was, you know, he was trying to be this perfect oldest child doing all these things, and she's still angry, you know, still angry that she didn't know it. But anyway, I introduced these two ladies to each other because they had this in common. And I said, I think it would be really cool if we could do it
Yeah.
together. And you know what? I actually did look this up just because I was curious. The incidence of suicide really doesn't, this kind of a myth, it doesn't really go up at the holidays as far as people committing suicide. But I like what you just said, Dawn. It's dealing with that kind of stuff during the holidays, dealing with that emotion, you
Yeah.
know, how do you do that? And both these ladies have taken this dark thing in their lives and turned it into something else. Sherry's actually, she founded the one step at a time, which is a walk run that she does. They're in Ohio, and they do this thing, and they've grown it. We've been part of it. I sing, Philip does, but my husband does a bunch of, you know, we got the sound system out there, and we, you know, it's part of our gift to the whole organization. But then Sherry also goes into the schools, and they have a couple programs that are kind of an offshoot of the one step at a time. And I just, you know, it's kind of like dealing with, it's not kind of, it is. We have nonprofits that we brought in. I know, Dawn, that's close to your heart, but we brought people in from nonprofits, and I'm always blown away by their dedication and their commitment, their passion to what they're doing. And they're working for nonprofits.
Yep.
I mean, you know what I mean? And this is what these ladies, even though I don't know.
Oh, you'll record this, correct, Jennifer?
We will
record.
Yeah.
Okay, so even if you're unable to be available during the actual Zoom call, I'm going to strongly encourage anybody, you know, to make sure that this is one of those recordings that you take the time to review when it's available, because I'm sure the message is very strong and needed for everybody. So thanks again, Jennifer.
You're welcome. Just really quick, Christy Rose Fulmer is one of our members, so you can find her on
Referral Runway.
And you can find her on Facebook. She's all over. But Christy Rose Fulmer, and she's hilarious. I mean, and that's what she'll talk about. She does all kinds of silly stuff, but she said humor is basically her way of getting through a lot of uncomfortable, unhappy things. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All righty. We will go ahead and move forward and start our roundtable introductions. And I understand that Robert has to roll off early, so I am going to invite Robert Hailey. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, I am. Hello, everyone. How everyone doing tonight?
Great.
I'm tongue tied tonight for some reason. So, Robert Hailey with Old National Bank Community Mortgage Development. It's my new title. Deal with the low to moderate income folks, helping Black and Brown folks to become homeowners. I do a lot more educational, a lot more presentation to families and groups and community partners out there to help them to be homeowners itself. The benefit I'm doing mostly all local, and so I'm able to help more folks here and in the Marion County, Indianapolis area very well. I do have money for down payment assistance for those who need it and needs that assistance in that way. And then also we do manual underwrite down to a 600 credit score. So that is a phenomenal thing there itself. But definitely looking for anyone, the partnership I do, partnership, anyone that's looking to make this happen with folks that they may know, friends, family, co-workers that may looking to be a homeowner. And don't listen to the news. This is a good time to buy a home right now. The market's right. And the market is more level. It's a level playing field because now you don't have 5 or 6 different buyers on one home and the seller is trying to sell a home for way over market price. And now it is a place where that seller now have to talk to you honestly and work with you and try to make a deal happen. And so don't worry about the interest rates, all that. It's just a good time to do it, to help folks buy. So if you're looking to buy, someone that's looking to buy a home, now is the time to do so. Now is the time. So
I have a question for you, Robert. You mentioned you had money available for the down payment. How much money are you talking that you can get them?
well, it depends on where the house is at. I can get 3% of the up to 3% up to $5,000 in some cases, and in certain areas I can go up to 7,500, and in some cases I can go up to $9,000. Depends on where the home's at and where they're trying to buy. But I do have dollars to help, as long as you meet certain criteria and certain things happen. That money is available. As someone, there's with our home ready program and our home manager program. A home manager program is a portfolio loan that we do, that we put on the books of Old National. That is, and home ready is it's a Fannie Mae product that allow those who don't, you don't make a lot of money, but you make some money. We go up to combined household $73,000 with home ready the same way. And then we have INHP also will help that. And the good thing about our money, if you do 3% down with my home manager program and you don't have mortgage insurance, no mortgage insurance. Be like, what? 3% down, no mortgage insurance. And then and chances are, a lot of times I'd be covering a lot of your closing costs. But we do ask you to have some money, at least $1,000 or something like that. In our home ready program, you have to bring your 3%, but my home manager, you do not. And if you buying in Marion County and the home you're trying to buy, you have to give me the address. If it meets my census tract, you can get $9,000. So, and then my rates are also my rates for my programs are about 75 basis points lower than the market. So I'm better than the market in some cases. So I got a great program. That's why I love the product I sell, because I have a program to help people to be homeowners, and I have the tools. And starting in January, right now working on pulling together this first-time homebuyer class. I'm pulling that together as well. So we're gonna be launching that soon to start off in January for teach people, educate folks, because it's all about education.
What about age? Would age come into that?
No, that's discriminatory. We cannot show age in loans that you income qualify, credit qualify. We cannot. I have a gentleman that he's 90, maybe he's not. He's turned 90. His wife is 66. He's 90. He's very. Hey, I can't say no more. They've been married for going on 19 years. So, he's on his third wife. So, hey, So he's doing something, but so I'm helping him buy a house. So his first time buying a home.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
90
is
years
cool.
old.
That is cool.
90 years old, and so he makes a lot of money. So based upon all his benefits he gets he's about his income alone on this all the income he had coming in, that's about $92,000 a year.
Wow.
Yeah, so
No wonder he's on his third wife.
hey, I can't. I'm just trying to help.
That's a good story to share, though.
That is.
You're able to help someone buy their first home.
Mhm. Yeah, I just
That's
closed two loans on two Haitian families. They are two different families. They just closed their home, bought their home. They're not legal citizens, but they're permanent residents, aliens here. They just bought their first home, so they was happy for them. So
very cool. I
So
can
you
think
see-
of also, while people are complaining about the rental rates going up everywhere, I would guess that there are a lot of people who were thinking before maybe that home affordability wasn't for them, but now that the rental rates have gone up so dramatically that they might be rethinking that. And certainly those are the people that we want to identify and connect with you, Robert. So
yeah, it's just about education, folks. I think that's if you're renting, and now, mind you, everybody don't need to be a homeowner. We all know that everybody don't need to be a homeowner. But if you are considering being a homeowner or thinking about it, let me educate. Come see me. Most big people make a mistake. They go see a realtor first, and then they come on. Then come to the realtors. Well, go see you need to get finance. I said, well, and a lot of times they go around robbing with realtors because that realtor sent it to their friend. It's very transactional, and no one's really trying to help them to understand what the steps they need to take, and they get them to the point. I said, let me get you first, get you ready before we put you out there with a realtor to buy a home.
cool. Very cool. Any other questions for Robert? All righty. Let's see, Stacy Shamburger Smith. I know that your time with us might be limited as well. I know you stay very busy. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, I am. Good evening, everyone. Happy to see everyone. It's been a long time.
Wonderful to see you.
Yes, but as Donna said, I am Stacy Shamburger Smith, retired licensed pharmacist here in the great state of Georgia. I'm now partnered with Tava Lifestyle, which is a global network marketing company, health and wellness company, but we also offer a select amount of travel discounts on hotels and car rentals. And we also now have Tavaverse. We did have celebrate our third anniversary last month in October, which was really amazing.
Cool.
And at that event, our CEO announced that we're merging with a company called Tradenology, and that's what we're going to be learn how to do trading and all of that with the #1 trader in the world. So we're super excited about that. That's going to be lunch, I think December the 1st, I believe. Also, we did come out with 2 new products. Well, of course, we still have our 4 products, the detox tea, the liquid vitamin, the Flare Energy capsule, and our Capri CBD coffee. But now we have these 2 new products that everybody is going crazy over. The warehouse can hardly keep them in stock. They've been out of this product right here twice already, just once for this particular product. But this product right here is 25. It's a keto-friendly marine collagen, and marine collagen is very important because it's most closely and similar to human collagen. A lot of people, they make like powder collagen and all that stuff, but that breaks down very easily. And of course, anything liquid is absorbed by the body better. This collagen here will help with skin elasticity. It also helps improve brain function. It helps hydrate the skin and improves firmness. It also helps with the joints. A lot of times you may hear people talk about in the knees, rubbing bone to bone. That's because all the collagen has gone out of the body. And of course, as we age, we lose collagen. So it's important to replace it. And this 25 right here will get you 25 bring your youthness back, as well as replenish all the collagen that your body's losing. Now, this product right here is called Sexy. Sexy, guys. But with the holiday season upon us, you know, a lot of ripping and running, trying to get prepared, you know, with the family to celebrate the holidays and everything. A lot of you guys might be feeling overwhelmed and stressed out. This Sexy right here has calming properties. Gonna calm your nerves down, helps with anxiety, stress, help you to sleep at night. It gives you energy, helps with chronic pain, and I can attest to that for myself personally. It has definitely helped me with my pain. So any type of chronic pain, and I'm talking about less than 10 minutes, whatever kind of pain you got going on in your body, this Sexy will knock it out in less than 10 minutes. Also, it helps with improve your focus. So, you know, we all could use some improvement in that area, I'm sure. So this Sexy also, in your relationship, so you want a little spunk added, it's a mood stimulating booster, guys. So this product right here is, like I said, it's a hot item, this Sexy right here. So we're super excited about these two new products because a lot of people, they're loving these new products. Like I said, we can barely keep them in the warehouse. So super excited about that. I'm actually in the process of like hosting Sexy parties. I did one this past Sunday at one of my business partners' house. We had about 20 people to come out. So it was a big success. People loved the presentation that I was a little nervous, but people loved the presentation, and we was able to sign up like 3 or 4 people there. So the team is growing. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, I mean, that's what we have going on right now here at Tava Lifestyle, and with me, everything is going well in my business. So I'm just happy to be here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Stacy. I've got a quick question for you. I know when you first shared your products with me, you were able to offer some samples, and the liquid Valet 30 is my go-to liquid vitamin now. For the new products, is there a sample size or something available if someone hasn't tried collagen or the mood stimulator Sexy before? Is there any way you can share a sample?
Well, as far as these, because they are new, they don't make a sample size of them.
Okay.
This 25 collagen comes in 3-ounce bottles. I mean, we could sell the bottles individually. I mean, that's the only thing, because it comes in 3 ounces, and you're supposed to drink the full bottle each and every day if you want to get the full benefit of this collagen. But if a person just want to purchase just 1 bottle versus 30 bottles, of course, you happen to do that. But as far as the Sexy, you know, it only comes in this bottle right here. So it's no way to, per se, sample this. But when I do house parties for people, I do like squeeze a little bit in everyone's little beverage, because you just squeeze it a couple drops in your beverage of choice. So when I do my home parties, I do let everyone sample it at the party. But we don't like have actual sample sizes or anything like that as of yet. But maybe in the near future we will, but as of right now, we do not.
Okay. And do you quickly want to share your website or your contact information so that folks know if they're interested in looking into the Tava product line a little bit more, where they need to go?
Yes, my phone number, I can be reached at 770-265-8280. And my website for all of my products that I have available is Sippin' Tea, and it's SIPNTEA with WITH Stacy, STACY .tavalifestyle.com. That's Sippin' Tea with Stacy .tavalifestyle.com.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And these products are for what ages, or just anybody because they are naturally based, or what is your target target audience?
18 and over.
Okay.
Anyone 18 and over can take these products.
Gotcha.
But of course, for this Valet 30, children younger than 18 can take this, but everything else 18 years of age and older.
Okay. Any other questions for Stacy Shamburger Smith?
How did the little bottle of drops come up with the name Sexy? I mean, is there some reason for that? The marketing person was,
But actually, it was our CEO's wife that came up with this name. That's what we was told at our meeting in Houston last
Okay.
month, that the CEO's wife, Miss Shante Lloyd, came up with the name Sexy because you can get your sexy back.
oh, there you go. That makes sense. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Any other questions for Stacy? Thank you so much, Stacy, for sharing with us. We're glad to see you back. I did not mention at the top when we were doing our celebrations. Stacy and I are sorority sisters, and today we are celebrating 36 years in Delta Sigma Theta sorority, Alpha Zeta made. So we've been blowing up our Facebook pages with that information, and we get to celebrate on a Zoom call later on tonight with the rest of our line sisters. So just our noteworthy whatever. I was like, today is just a wonderful day because we get to celebrate. So nice to see you again, Stacy. I'll look forward to seeing you a little bit later. All righty, let's see. Nancy Vesley, are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yeah, I'm Nancy Vesley, IHC Specialty Benefits, local licensed health insurance agent out of Westfield. I do health insurance, I do supplemental insurance, I do life insurance, I do dog and cat insurance. And I help people I try to leave people better off than when I find them. And just helping them, I had one lady over the weekend I just sent her the link on how to apply for Medicaid. It's nothing major. It doesn't make me any money, but it helped her. And when I left her, she at least knew where to start to apply for Medicaid. And that's what I like to do. That gives me warm feelings, as long as I can pay the electric bill somewhere along the line, somewhere else, I'm good.
Well, I love that. Knowing you, I have a knowledgeable person to refer people to for Medicaid information. And yeah, I see all of the advertisements on the TV with Joe Namath and all the other celebrities, but you also hear the horror stories about people switching to programs that aren't in their best interest, that they really don't know who the providers are. Right. And I don't know if you guys heard about the protests downtown at the One Health Insurance yesterday, that people are really upset. That's private coverage, but health insurance really, it's important, and people get really emotional about it, especially when their needs aren't being met, especially when sometimes their savings are really tied up in managing their health. So glad to know you, Nancy. Thanks for sharing all that you do.
Thank you.
So the season is open until?
For Medicare until December 7th. For ACA, the marketplace is open till December 15th.
Okay. Good. And I saw your commercial for your pet insurance. That was really neat. You want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Oh, explain to my dogs why they need it, and they were getting cookies, so of course they were into it.
So that's that out of the box marketing tactics actually in the works right there. So very good, Nancy. Do we have any questions for Nancy and IHC Insurance?
No, I would just say though, Nancy, it's really, it was kind of neat when she said that. You could kind of tell she was getting kind of fired up. And then she said, and as long as I can pay the bill, the gas or the light bill, think a lot of insurance agents that do that kind of work have to be special breed of people. Not that you're not Brooke or Brynn. I'm sorry, Brynn. I'm sorry. You are too, but I just know the Medicare world was really tough. I mean, it was just a lot of emotion. You know, you want to help people more than you may be able to even help them because of their condition or whatever. I could tell you a horror story about going into one lady, and she wasn't. I was older than she was. I think maybe she was a little older than me. All kinds of medications. I know she was on Medicaid, but it was, just you have to really be able to help people and really want to help people to do insurance in general. But that was unbelievable. So good for you.
I just had a thought, Nancy, as I've been watching the news every day lately, but there are a lot of giveaways coming up to Thanksgiving, a lot of organizations that are doing, putting together Thanksgiving packages, meal packages and so forth. And have you thought about contacting or engaging any of those types of organizations to perhaps do an informational health insurance booth while they're at the location as people are coming? Because those could very well be some of the same folks who have difficulty either affording health insurance or having an adequate policy in place at all.
I know I did one presentation out in Hamilton County for the Hamilton County Senior Association. I did one there, but I haven't gone to hooked up with any food banks or anything, and that's really where I should.
Yeah, I'll make a short list of the places that I'm familiar with and send that your way, and
Okay.
if that might be helpful at all for you.
Thank you.
You are welcome. All righty. If there aren't any more questions for Nancy, I would like to ask Brynn Cochran. I am so happy that you are back with us this week. It is so nice to see your smiling face. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, I am. Good evening, everybody. It's great to be back today. Hi, Nicole. Sorry, I'm probably a little rusty at this. It's been a couple months, I think. So my name is Brynn Cochran. I'm with Shelter Insurance. I consult and sell many different types of insurance. I think this time I would just like to remind anyone who's watching this that it's very important to get with your insurance agent and go over your policies to make sure that you are insured for what you need, not what you think you need or what you think you have. I actually spent some time with a customer last night, and they started the conversation with, we have too much insurance. And by the end of the conversation, they were like, we have just enough insurance. So sometimes we just forget what we're insured for. So make sure that you, instead of just dropping coverages or dropping policies, make sure you ask your insurance agent first. And I am that agent for you if you like to have an agent that will take the time to go over your policies. It's very important for me as an agent to provide that for my customers. Again, my name is Brynn Cochran, Shelter Insurance.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brynn.
You're welcome.
Does anyone have any questions for Brynn Cochran or Shelter Insurance tonight?
I don't have a question, but I need to give shout outs to all these lovely ladies. And Brynn is taking such great care of my girls and I'm so beyond thankful. Thank you. Just have to give you a shout out, Miss Brynn and Miss Nancy. I love another out of the box she is so caring. She's got 3 events coming up where she's doing things for other people. And I have an in the know because she sent me her beautiful flyers, and So I'm trickling them through. I hope that's okay, Nancy. But I looked at the dates. So like, you know, how she was talking about her pet insurance, she is having an in-person foraging for pets. And I love how what it is she has it at our Westfield Township Center. And I think it's December 1st. And I didn't see a time, Nancy, but I'm assuming it's around 7 maybe, or I need to check with that and adjust my notes. But the last one was like 7 p.m. But it's just, I love it because you're getting out there, you know, and it's not like saying, okay, get your, I'm insurance. No, you're showing that you're caring for the pets, the well-being, and it's really cool. So, and Stacy, I'm so excited to see you, Stacy. You look so cute. I love your hair thing. And Dawn's got short hair. Gosh, I feel like I've been gone for years, y'all. So I'm sorry. I know I'm chatting a lot. I'm popping in to say hi, and then I've got to pop back out soon. But I just want to cry. It's so good to see y'all. So you guys are amazing. And JJ, I don't know where Jennifer went. So good to see y'all.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Do we have any other questions for Brynn or comments?
Hey, Brynn, is your social media, you get those from your upline, from your company, or are those you?
Those are from my company. They offered us a program this year that it's through Denim Social. So they link it and they push it out. I have to approve everything, but they'll push it out for me. So
very good. There's some good ads there. It's like, wow, very nice.
You. Yeah, I wish I could take credit for it. I was very grateful because that was one of the things that was taking up a bunch of time, is trying to sort through those. And then you also have to worry about copyrights too.
Right.
If I take from other or not companies necessarily, but images. But thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Oh, no problem. I'm impressed. It's like, wow, I wish mine looked like that.
I'll tell them they're doing a good job.
Yes, they are.
Good. Thank you so much, Brynn.
You're welcome. Thank you, ladies.
And let's see. Nicole, it is so nice to see your smiling face tonight. I want to welcome you to Collaborating Connections and invite you. Nicole, are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Oh, thank you. Oh, I wasn't gonna do that. I was just gonna pop in, but so I'm just so honored. I am Nicole Williams. I am an appreciation advisor and blogger educator and kind of a social media strategist. I've kind of been friends and clients have been like, I'm like, oh, I do this and I do that, and I mainly know for blogs, and they're like, social media, Nicole. It's social media, so it's an honor to get that. I kind of took a pivot. I'm still doing all that, but I started a traditional corporate 8 to 5 job 2 weeks ago. I guess I've been there 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
It's for a company that's good HR, and it's Jennifer talks about, I think of Sherry Nelson when we had our mastermind, Jennifer, and this is gonna sound funny. Sherry was praying to be so busy that she didn't have time to go to the ladies' room. She probably used other words, and it came true. So careful what y'all wish for, because with me, I really wanted something to be at home with my girls. And I just, I mean, I'm at the desk working, and everything. But there aren't that many opportunities like that out there. And just with our family dynamics right now, they just really need me. And so I'm just so honored that has come true. And but I still get to do all my favorite stuff. I'm still Jennifer's executive assistant, and I'm helping others with social media and blogging course, and so I'm just honored. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Nicole. And I don't have a question, but I've got a shout out for Nicole in that, I participated in her beta group with her blogging course. got loads of information. And looking back, I can't imagine that I could have gone forward with this effectively or successfully
Aw.
without her.
Yeah.
There was just so much great information and support on her behalf. So if you've got it in you anywhere, an idea that you want to put out there in the universe, demonstrate your passion, talk to people about it, support and encourage others through whatever voice, whatever topic you have. Nicole is just an awesome resource to have in your
you.
corner to help you along the way. So thanks again,
You're
Nicole.
so sweet. And you're amazing. You supported me in my beta and then you came along for some more. And I'm just so proud of you. Just so proud of you. Just you and Nancy and Jennifer. And it's just so exciting with your ideas and brainstorming and sharing what I know and, getting y'all out there. It's scary. It is very scary.
It is. But it's
fun.
rewarding. It feels good at the same time. So
So glad.
thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. If there are no questions or comments for Nicole, we are Jennifer Johnson. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Sure. I am Jennifer Johnson, and I am the founder of TTR Networking. A little disorganized since Nicole is now so popular, but I'm getting there. We'll get there. I basically position you to stay top of mind in authentic ways, creating personal, genuine connections with others, human connections, and making you your client's first choice. And I'm hoping that we as an organization encourage people to, to really be who they are, not just what everybody wants you to be. I think it's really cool when we're hearing that, Nancy is doing her pet stuff, and, we're not just what you do. We are I'd like to believe everybody would feel we are about who you are. So I don't know if that makes sense. Send out cards basically says to find your personal genius or your inner, to help you listen to your inner voice and do what is truly who you are. Does that make sense?
It does.
And I think if you're connecting with others on a genuine, personal, and we're just talking about, human being, not the romantic thing necessarily. Might turn into that. You never know. But the idea is truly that then it makes you better, to connect with your own, your own personal stuff. So I don't know if that makes sense, but
It does.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Do we have any questions or comments for Jennifer Johnson?
Sorry.
I'm just gonna piggyback on that. I know, quite a few of us are familiar with send out cards, clients or affiliates ourselves. And while part of what we do in networking is share those wonderful ideas, those best practices that are out there. So I'm just going to toss it out there that if you're not familiar with send out cards or promptings, that just take the time as a business owner or a manager, especially during this time of year, the holidays, when you could be offering that very authentic touch to your clients and customers, to potential clients and customers. If you're looking for that awesome gift to appreciate and let people know how important you are in their lives, that checking out the send out cards and prompting site, if not becoming an affiliate yourself and taking advantage of some wonderful opportunities there, just to peruse when you get a chance. If you need to talk to anybody for more details, you've got several send out cards, promptings affiliates in the circle. I'm one. Anybody else want to raise their hand and acknowledge? There you go. So it's just a wonderful resource to be familiar with, to utilize. You can do it from time to time or more regularly, but if you're looking for a good time management and organization and access to wonderful ways to appreciate your customers, family, and friends, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. Let's see. I'm left. I mentioned earlier, my name is Dawn Evans-asey, and I'm the leader of Collaborating Connections. My company, my companies, and that's something I'm pretty proud to say. While I've been with Collaborating Connections and under the TTR umbrella, that I've had the opportunity to develop in more ways than one, and very proud of it. I started off with Spa Travel, a full service travel agency that helps you get anywhere and everywhere affordably, stress-free. So if you are in need of some guidance, some research and booking for your travel needs, Spa Travel is happy to help. I also run a nonprofit geared towards educational outreach in the areas of genealogy and family history. It's another one of my passions of interest, and my husband and I decided that we wanted to help others, family units, rather than going out and spending the money and hiring a genealogist, to find out how you can do it yourselves. Make it a project amongst your family. Use the skills within your family, the folks who like to talk, the folks who like to get online, the folks who like to get on the telephone or write letters or go to the library, and culminate all of that information into an information gathering project to document your family history that you can pass forward to your younger families and let people know who came before them, what they were about, what things they accomplished, what types of people they were. And it's just a great feeling. It's great to know where you come from, and then to move forward in your greatness. And it brings the family closer and gives you something to be proud of. Additionally, I mentioned earlier that Nicole Williams has helped me with kicking off my blog, my passion, which is Cheerful Chocolate Spirit. And I just got these. I don't know if you can see that. I just got these in the mail yesterday. I am so excited. So I've got logoed products, but generally through Cheerful Chocolate Spirit, what I'm able to do is share with folks my background, my experiences of being a diehard chocolate lover. And even though I'm diabetic, have the ability to still enjoy my passion, sharing recipes and poetry and funny stories and quips that I've personally experienced or heard of, so that people can celebrate their love for chocolate as well, without guilt, and have a pick-me-up, a positive something in their lives. So that's what I do. I am glad to wear many hats and to be able to share my various passions through my businesses and be able to interact with so many wonderful other professionals in this networking realm. So thanks for the opportunity. And if anyone has any questions for me, I'd be happy to address.
So Dawn, are those chocolate cheerful? Was that literally a cup that you got in the mail that looked like that?
Yes, I had a logo designed for my business.
Right.
Then I sent off and ordered the mugs with my logo. And in fact, on the other side, no, it doesn't look real. It says
Yeah.
chocolate makes me happy. Chocolate makes me cheerful. So guess what's in my cup?
Oh, I love it. Well, I was wondering if you like got stickers that you could put on something, but you actually got the cup. That's very cool.
Yep.
When we had the Collaborating Connections party a couple weeks ago, I brought the and I don't know where it is right now, but Dawn had yeah, I do. It's right here on my desk. But she had these Collaborating Connection coffee cups made about a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
And that's really cool. You have a good resource for those kind of things, I take it.
Oh yeah, and I use coffee mugs to drink my hot chocolate. I have coffee mugs with pens and dust
Yeah.
supplies stuck in them, so I use it for my branding in various ways. So if anybody is interested in getting a Collaborating Connections or a Cheerful Chocolate Spirit mug, just let me know.
Very cool. You're very cool. Good job.
All righty. I mentioned earlier, well, this is November, and our November theme is No Rest for the Weary. And that theme comes about as we approach the end of the year. A lot of people are hustling to meet their goals before the year-end deadline. A lot of people are worn out by the time that you get into the fall and the weather's changing and everybody's getting ready for the holidays, and there's always so much to do. But there's always things left on the to-do list to get done. I was hoping that tonight we could talk about manifesting. And through manifesting, hopefully we can stay focused on what yet needs to be done and make sure that we are doing those things that are focused on us meeting our goals, not just doing things routinely that we're used to, if they're not gleaning the results or the effects that we need to make it to our finish line. So I want to read this quote to you. The ignorant man asks for material possessions. The intelligent man asks for enlightenment, but the wise man just loves and receives everything. And that quote, I think, kind of shows some maturity, some understanding that we can be hustling, working really hard, but hardly working towards our goals, hardly accomplishing what we really want to accomplish. And truth is, through manifesting, hopefully we are focused on making things happen so that even in our rest, even when we're not actually doing a task, the whole process of the world is still helping us fulfill and achieve our goals, so that the end goal is imminent for us. We just have to show up. We just have to stay focused on it. We just have to make sure that the things that we need have been identified and spoken into existence, and that we have the collaboration of others working positively right along with us. So I don't know, does anybody have any thoughts on that, on manifesting? Is that something you're familiar with and that you feel like you're already doing on a daily basis?
Dawn, explain. Sorry, but I am a little weird here. Say what you just said a few minutes, because I actually have been extremely I'm not saying this well, I believe I do. I think I feel like I understand it, but say it again, what you would say the definition of manifesting is, if does that make sense?
Yeah. So in manifesting, we know what we want. We are focused on it, on what we want, not the tasks that get us there as much as what we want.
Sure.
That we have validated it and that we are focused on it. We have communicated it, spoken it out into the world, into the existence, so that those around us who support us know it as well. And that, so it's in process, the universe is in process of working in tandem with us to get it done. Even when we are asleep, even when we are, having dinner with our family, that the whole process of the manifestation that we started, that focus that we chose, that we spoke, is still going on, so that at the end of the road, success is imminent. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yeah. I think we talk about it in the groups all the time. Speak it out, say it, tell us all, make sure we know. And I guess I'd never thought it was all about I didn't know that would all be part of that. The reason is I've got a lot of things in my world that I believe that I am, I know that I am going to meet a couple, or I'm going to have a couple things but I just have to be patient, but I know that they're out there. I don't know if that makes sense, but and I've heard the word manifest. I know what manifesting, but I guess I just hadn't thought about it in relation to all of this. Laura Jones, who's a mobile closer in one of our groups, talks about this whole thing about manifest. Most of the stuff she does, she basically, that's what it all is. She wanted to have a pool in their yard, and she wanted to do it within 2 years or something, but she did it in 6 months. But she paid outright for it. It's thousands of dollars, and she's a mobile closer, but she's like the top mobile closer in, the state, I think, or, she's running all over the place. So, but anyway, she talks about manifesting. So anyway, yeah, thank you.
So it's like, it's what you put your attention to grows.
Exactly.
So she wanted something done within a particular amount of time. She probably didn't pay attention to the folks who said it couldn't be done.
Right.
She didn't spend her time and energies worrying about that. She didn't spend time and energy on problems or negatives. She focused on what she wanted done in the time that she wanted it done. And because she kept her attention focused on that, and the universe knew and listened to, this is what she wants, that things start working positively towards that. So it's like when people say, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that what you're wishing for is indeed what's going to meet your goal and bring you happiness and be the outcome that you need and expect. But be careful, because when you wish for it and you feed your attention to it, that's likely what's going to happen. And a lot of people don't realize that the negativity that they carry around, or the time that they spend complaining, well, the universe is listening to that too. And that's what starts manifesting the problems and the negativity, more so than the productive outcome, the desire that someone really wanted.
And I completely believe it, but it is kind of, when people, because that, it just, you have to believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that that you're gonna do it, or that little bit of negativity, I don't know.
Yeah.
It does kind of seem like the people that are always complaining are always in that state of lack or scarcity. The ones who believe that I'm with you. Thank you. I just I was kind of zoning out, I think, when you were first talking about it, and I'm like, wait, I want to make sure I understand this thing.
Yeah, I wanna share. It's definitely manifestation. It's not an easy undertaking.
No.
When I shared with the group previously about this blog launch was really scary to me. The scary was me recognizing, man, how am I going to do this all? And is it going to be well received? And it was me spending my time focusing on the what ifs and the possible emotional, that I put all of this into it and it's not going to work out. And when I started reading about the manifestation and recognizing in myself, in my own personal experiences, how what I was focusing on, what I was paying attention to was actually manifesting there. It was manifesting fear for me. It was keeping me in a procrastination mode about getting things done.
Sure.
And I don't know if that resonates with anybody else, but I'm mindfully now on a daily basis, when I'm waking up in the morning and before I go to bed at night, going back over my day, I want to make sure that I wake up positive and I go to bed positive. I want to make sure that my thoughts and focus are on those positive, successful outcomes, and me claiming what I want and what I'm trying to do. And I think that could really, it already has made a difference, I think, in the way that I feel.
Good.
And I want others to, just take that under practice. Try doing it, for a week, and let me know what your experience is, how you feel. Do you, can you say that things, that your goals, that you're a little bit closer, that you seem to realize what you need coming to you a little bit easier, that you're feeling more positive and healthy and good about what you are aspiring to do?
Can I just say really quickly, I've thought about this a few times. When I was younger, my mom, much younger, my mother went back to school and got a degree she ended up being a teacher, English teacher, at like 8th grade English, but it was after I graduated. But I remember very clearly her going for the interview, and for some reason, I was just certain she was going to get the job. She was not real sure, but I just kept telling her, I don't think I ever thought there was a question of whether. I just thought there's nobody else qualified. I don't even know if I knew, but I think when I was younger, and maybe that is something that, maybe there is some, I think there is some, not maybe, I know there is something about that being, I didn't have as much, I think as you get older, you get a little more negative, you kind of, it's kind of like a child that, isn't afraid of anything, and they're going to, as many times as it takes for them to walk, they're going to get up and keep trying. When you get to be an adult, I think back on, I thought I was going to write stories. I thought, and then I find out there's rules, or, I cooked. I'm not a good cook, but I remember somebody insulting something I cooked. I never wanted to cook again, but it's because you start getting beaten down. But I remember, sorry, that manifesting. I don't know if I did it for my mom because she was the one who did the interview, but I just remember being extremely sure she was going to get that job, just going back to that. And I think when we get older, you start thinking, well, maybe, yeah, but there's this, and they might have I know whatever. So anyway, that's
so it sounds like you were part of her positive universe. You knew that she was going for that interview. You were supportive. You believed for her. So the universe does kind of latch on and I think, work with you to get things done. Now, it doesn't always work. I want to tell you guys, I manifested about that Powerball.
Now that's a little different. I don't know if that's
yes,
yes, but I get it.
Doggone it.
Yeah.
We had tickets, but it doesn't always work, and that's okay.
Though, I mean, to be honest, I guess that's what I would like to believe is one of my superpowers is I believe that Brynn was going to get her own agency. I believe that, I'm still learning more about Robert's, what he's doing exactly, but I have no doubt that both of these people are extremely qualified and I'm excited. I don't know that I helped them at all. I don't know if Robert's still on here or not, but I know when Brynn was trying to get her, was talking about it, I kept thinking, no question, she's going to do it. I mean, we're not, if I helped at all, yay, I'm excited. I don't know if I did, but if I helped, that's pretty cool.
Oftentimes it's just that Brynn shared with us what she was trying to do.
Yeah.
And in this realm of professional business networking, we are here to help each other. We are here to be part of that universe of support. We are here to be the cheerleaders and the, on the sidelines rooting and, making suggestions and keeping each other fluffed up, encouraging, pushing them forward.
Yeah.
So that's another one of those things that ought to be on that list of benefits that you get out of being a part of a networking group.
What did you just say? Universal of positive. I don't know. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's some, I'm sorry, Dawn, go ahead. Yeah.
I forgot already. Sorry. Universal positive support. I don't know.
But that is, you know what? Because we're not, there's a real line of, that's a really interesting thing to think about though, because we're not in only to the point that you guys bring us into your world that you want to share. We're not dealing with your daily family things, the obstacles that you're incurring. We just know who you are and that you're capable of doing whatever it is. And I would assume, maybe that's a bad word, but I would think that if you shared, if individuals shared something with us as a group that we thought maybe you can't do, we might be also that panel of, those people that would say, Brynn, do you really want to do that? Are you sure if we thought, not because we're trying to pop her, her balloon or anything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but to
keep her focused on her true desire. Well,
yeah,
and she can either say, yes, this is exactly what I really want. And we know that, oh, she's serious. Or she might sit back and say, well, let me take a second look at it.
Yeah.
What all does this involve? Is that really what I'm trying to do while I'm still balancing family and this and, and all these other things? So,
right.
Yeah, it goes both ways. But once we know that is her true desire, okay.
Right. I think
What
that
can
is
we do to
so-
help you get
what
there?
an interesting, I'm always happy when I get on these calls, but that's an interesting thing to think about because, you know, in a way, I know that we're all probably, you know, we all have a faith but isn't that kind of what a church of people do? They, you know, like I said, we might all know the inside scoop a little bit, but we don't let that get in the way of, you know, sending or believing and helping to manifest whatever it is. But like you said, there are things that don't work. The Powerball is not necessarily something we're all gonna sit around and say, yeah, I hope Dawn gets, you know, no, not I hope. She's gonna get the Powerball. No, we want the Powerball, not Dawn. But what an interesting thing to think about though. You know, in some of the networking organizations, they have within their groups, they have some friction and stuff, and it doesn't always work. You know, that's just kind of interesting. I think if the groups that are working that I'm seeing, even as I'm sitting here thinking of them, is that they all support each. I mean, it's a no-brainer, of course. That has to be the connect, you know, that has to be it. But anyway, I don't know, guys. That's interesting. Thank you for talking about manifesting. I'll quit
No,
talking.
not a problem. I've got a list, as I often do.
Oh yeah, cool. Okay,
If you all are interested in hearing the list,
sure.
it's 8 steps for fulfilling your manifestation, for fulfilling your desires. Okay. Number 1 is to ask for guidance. The heart is more refined and closer to your source than your mind, which easily gets confused and filled with doubts. And that doesn't mean that you should abandon your common sense or rational mind, but always remember that first impulse from your heart. This is your heart self-talking. So listen to your heart. Sit quietly, close your eyes, bring your awareness into your heart center, and ask, what do I really want? Why does my soul yearn for that? And just listen, trying not to judge or evaluate, but just listen to the messages from your heart. And then number 2, focus your attention. So bring your attention to the area that you want to change or where you want the desire to manifest. By bringing your attention to something, you're focusing energy in that area. Then 3 is to set the intention. With your attention set, you can express your desire in a simple phrase or sentence. It gives direction to the energy and it activates the energy to begin manifesting your desire. Then number 4 is release your desire. Release it out into the universe. And that's best done at the beginning or end of your meditation practice or just before you go to sleep at night. This is when you are closest to your source. Then you detach from the outcome. Now, remember, if you're doing this right before you go to bed, you don't dream about, you don't go to bed with this deep thought on your mind. You detach from it. And in detaching, you let the universe handle the details. If you remain attached to the outcome of a desire, you limit the possibilities to one outcome. Detaching is like saying, this is what I think I want, but if there's something better, please send that along instead. If there's something bigger than that Powerball, give me that. So desiring for fruit of an action implies lack of faith in the divine's willingness to give it all. So you know how you may have heard people say, when one door closes, another open. If there's another opportunity, and oftentimes we're blessed with something bigger and better than we ever had the energy to desire for ourselves. So you want to leave that room for that to happen. And then you have to practice patience, which in today's world isn't easy. but you don't want to rush things. Nature moves in rhythms and cycles, and everything has its season. So trust and allow the universe to manifest that for you. Number 7 is to learn acceptance. The moment is always perfect. Sometimes you have to accept that the universe knows best and recognize that sometimes it has plans, greater plans for you. And accepting the present moment allows you to see the opportunities and create your perfect future. The universe knew that I didn't need the Powerball right now. Somebody else needed that, so.
I was going to say though, John, you were blessed with all the tonight's meeting. That was more valuable. The universe knew that. So,
Yeah. I'm good
right.
with that. It happens.
Whatever.
And then number 8 is to find your fulfillment. Enjoy the bounty that manifests every day. Because if you're only focused on one thing out there in the horizon, you don't want to miss all of the blessings and all of the other manifestations that are being put before you each and every day, that you get to enjoy life, that you get to smile, that something comes your way that just enlivens you, bright-eyed, and that you get to engage in this world with others. So find fulfillment every moment along the way as you are manifesting. That's the list. So I'm going to go ahead and share that on our Collaborating Connections Facebook page as well, for those who aren't on the call tonight or may not hear the recording. But I do want each of us to think about the manifestation process. What is it that we want, and how we can focus on in a positive way in making those things happen for us. We can already look back and say that there are certainly instances in our life's history where the manifestations have already occurred. We just have to make it more routine. We just have to trust in that goodness is going to come to us, and stay focused on what we really want and desire. Any thoughts anybody want to share?
It's a good way to kind of lead us into the beginning of next year. I mean, the beginning of a new year too, Don. That's great. And I don't believe that I would have heard the word manifestation as many times lately as I have if it wasn't meant to be something I'm supposed to be digging into a little bit more. So thank you for that. That's really cool.
Good.
And I know Brynn's on here, so I don't want Brynn to think that I thought it was just me saying that she was going to get her own agency. I know she put her sweat and everything into that. So, but
No, I appreciate you saying that.
I just had no doubt when you were sharing it. I just knew that you were going to do it, but I had no idea what that meant.
Yeah.
So I hope you understand. We're all pretty excited for you.
Yep.
Good.
Cool. Anything
Yeah.
else? Any food for thought? Okay. Well, I'm going to be looking forward to hearing next week when we get together what some results may be, or how the practice of some manifestation focus, how that has gone for you in a week's time. And hope to hear some positive stories and some good feedback. But I want to wish each and every one of you a very productive rest of the week. Stay warm out there, because it's getting colder and colder now. So
Are we having a meeting next week? Thanksgiving week?
Let's talk about that. Is there anybody who's not available?
I may not be. I don't know 100% yet, but.
And the only thing I would say, John, is that a lot of our groups are just saying it's going to be kind of hard to get everybody. I mean, just because people are, potentially traveling or whatever. So it's nothing wrong with doing, just taking a week. I know then we had those couple guests, but you haven't heard from anybody but the doctor, right? So,
Right. No one else has indicated that next week was the date that they were available to be here. So,
right.
so if you all are okay with it, I'd say enjoy the time off, focus on the family. You've got an extra week, I think, to practice the to practice it, your manifestation. And we'll gather again soon. Okay.
Great
Everybody,
seeing everybody.
stay
Thank
happy
you.
holiday.
Happy
Awesome.
Thanksgiving,
Bye.
everybody.
Happy
Bye.
Thanksgiving.
Take care.
See you, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.